And welcome to Geeks of the Round. I'm your host, Matt Moore, and we are here discussing Legends of Tomorrow, Episode 115, Destiny. Let's introduce the panel. Charles, what did you think of this episode, and how are you doing?
I'm doing great, and I thought this episode was awesome. I thought it was great. I love the episode.
All right. Short but sweet. I like it. How about you, Lou? What did you think?
I thought the episode was pretty good. It was fun and entertaining. Not bad for, the episode before the season finale.
Yes, the penultimate episode. And that makes me happy because this show has really been hit or miss. And overall, I can't give it more than a C+. What do you guys think? Like, overall, the season, before we get to the season finale, if you were to give it A through F, what would you give it, Charles?
I would have to say a C+ is pretty fair. It's the only one that seems fitting. If I were to go to a C or a C-, it just wouldn't feel right. C+ is probably the best and worst I could do.
All right. How about you, Lou? What would you give it?
I'd give it a B.
You'd give it a B? Wow. Okay.
I found the show a lot more entertaining than most of Arrow.
That is
Arrow
true.
started strong.
I'd give Arrow a C- at best.
Yeah.
At least this season. Arrow in general is pretty good, but last season was pretty shitty too, wasn't it?
Last season was an F for Arrow.
There's a lot of good stuff in Arrow. Just, we've had a lot of bad.
But no, I've enjoyed this show, and I'm glad it got picked up for a second season. The little twist at the end of the episode kind of sucks, but I understood why it was done. So going forward, we're getting new characters next season, and as long as they keep it within 16 episodes, I'm fine.
That's just it. Is that might be something we talk about next episode or next hangout. But I mean, we really probably need to evaluate how long these seasons are. Is that for? I mean, even Flash. You ended up having we've got what 22 episodes for Flash, 23 episodes for Flash.
Yeah, it'll finish with 23.
They could have put it down to 16, and it probably would have been much better at 16.
All those shows.
Yeah.
If CW was smart, they'd be like, you know what? We're going to reduce the order to 16. 8 first, half, 8 the second half, and it works great.
But here's the thing. Here's something that we were talking about Castle, who was recently canceled, and something that I didn't necessarily bang over their heads is that yes, Castle has been lacking these past couple of years, especially this year. However, the ratings are still really good. They're still making money off of that show, so them canceling it was kind of crappy, because based on the money. Show me the money. And that's just it, is if they're going to make more money off of 22 episodes of par for the course Arrow or par for the course Legends of Tomorrow than they would off of 16 episodes of amazing versions of them, then of course they're going to go for 22 episodes. Because it's about the money. That's what they're here to do, is make money. These people, studio executives are not artists. They're not there to make art. Maybe the people who are making the show are, but the people who make those decisions are not. They're there to make money. And so 22 episodes makes more money, so long as they don't lose viewers because of quality.
But we don't know the numbers of CW. I mean, they're happy with what, 1 million viewers a week, if that's what these shows are getting for them.
That's actually a good question that's is probably best discussed in another hangout, but I guess we're going to bring it up now. Is we have, for example, like we have CW versus ABC. We have CW versus Fox. We have CW, or we have basically these smaller networks that aren't shown in every single area, versus the ones that are. CW is only shown in 92% of all markets, is the word. And then, of course, ABC and Fox and etc. They're shown in 100% of them. And therefore, you end up having where a show can exceed with 1,000,007 views on CW, where you have to have 4 million views on ABC. And my thought on is, yeah, mathematically that doesn't work. Like, I don't get that. How is that a thing? Like, they're moving Supergirl over to the CW because the fact that the expectations are lower at CW.
But here's the thing with the Supergirl.
If it's 92% of all the markets versus 100% of all the markets, then there should be an 8% fluctuation, not 300% fluctuation.
See, but remember, Supergirl pulled in, what, like 13 million views when it first premiered, and it gradually dropped all the way till the end of that season.
Yeah,
so even if that show finished,
it still was an amazing. It still was good ratings for an end of the season.
And let's say that show finished with 6 million viewers.
Yes.
Now the CW is going to get at least 6 million viewers watching it on the CW network every Monday night.
That's going to blow everything else out of the water. Arrow isn't getting that. Arrow, I think, is getting less than 5 million.
I wonder why.
What's that?
And I wonder why, because the quality of writing sucks.
Yeah. So even if you take that 8% away of how many people can actually see one versus the other, Supergirl is still going to do quite well, depending on how they fuck up Supergirl. Supergirl, of course, if they end up bringing it over to the CW, that means most likely they're going to be filming it in Vancouver. And we already know that there are some people who may not make that move, including Cat Grant. I forgot her actual name, but the woman playing Cat Grant.
Oh, she might not make the trip?
She might not make the trip.
Callista Flockhart.
Thank you. And
Callista
that's why
Flockhart.
we keep you around, Charles. That's the only reason we keep you around. You're good with names.
Fuck off.
But
I knew some of them wouldn't make the
there's
trip.
rumors that she won't make the trip to Vancouver. I call bullshit. I think she will make the trip. She just has to be offered enough money. But who knows? Her husband's Harrison Ford, and Harrison Ford is the king of I don't give any fucks whatsoever. So we'll see. But back to this show. Basically, we have half the team is captured. Mick is being reconditioned back into Kronos. Kendra and Carter, which we don't even see this episode, even though he's mentioned 1 million times as being alive and captured, is apparently in the cargo hold of something. Kendra is being held by these straps that look like they're nylon, and he's all like, no, they're this kind of steel, and therefore they can't be broken. I'm all like, bitch, give me a fucking, like, a Swiss Army knife, pair of scissors. Like, that's all the fuck I need to break out of that shit. Snart and Sarah, of course, are running around because they weren't captured, and they're hiding in the cargo hold. And then we end up getting a big reveal of the episode.
They were hiding in the bridge of the ship, like Star Wars reference. Exactly.
Like they come bopping out, like they're in hidden compartments in the ship itself. Zaman, who is the name of the main Time Lord guy, the asshole. I love the actor who plays him, but I don't know. I just don't like the character, but I don't think you're supposed to. He actually explains the main crux of the story, and that is the reason that the Time Lords are the Time Lords. The reason the Time Lords can do what they do is because they have a window into all of space-time. Like, they can look at
all right, Matt,
every situation, everything. Go on.
I gotta stop you. That's not his name. His name is Time Master Druce.
His name is Time Master. We don't give a fuck because he's dead, bitch.
Yes, he's dead. But I gotta say, I mean, hey, I'm the guy with the names. You gotta get his name right. It's Druce.
And what's his first name?
Caboose.
That's his only name is Druce. They never mentioned his first or last name. It's just Druce.
All right.
He's Druce.
In any case, I'm not countering you. I'm just saying that Wikipedia disagrees with you. that basically...
Well, it's Wikipedia, so...
This is an interesting thing, as he explains that the Thanagarians are going to attack Earth in 2177. Or, yeah, and that apparently is just like a decade later from when Savage ends up taking over. And remember that the Thanagarians are the Hawk people. Like, the original Hawk Girl and the original Hawk Man were Thanagarians. However, there ended up being a second set, at least in the comic books, second set of Hawkman and Hawkgirl, who were from ancient Egypt. The more popular versions of those characters, however, are from Thanagar. So it kind of blew my mind that they're actually acknowledging this other race that gives a alternate version of Hawkman and Hawkgirl's origin. I think that that's a little advanced for most TV watchers. But they don't know it yet, because most people don't know that Hawkgirl is from Thanagar. She is, if you watch Justice League, the cartoon there, that is Hawkgirl from Thanagar.
I understood what you're saying, but the way the show just did this, they just confused the shit out of me.
How so?
Well, because they made it look like they came from fucking Egypt, man. That
No,
they were blessed.
This Hawkgirl and this Hawkman did come from Egypt. But originally in the comics, they came from Thanagar. They ended up doing it.
I get the comic lore and the comic origin, but the show made it seem like these two were on ancient Egypt 4,000 years ago, doing bumping the bump and grind behind people's backs, and they did the little love spells and became immortal because of some stupid meteorite.
All of that is true. There just ends up being another comic book storyline, a more popular comic book storyline, where those exact same characters actually came to Earth from another planet. Same characters, different origin. And for some reason, they're smashing both of those into this story. And, I don't know if they meant to confuse everyone, but they confused me, and I know the difference.
All right, I got a question.
Sure.
I got a question. In this episode, they portrayed the Thanagarians as bad guys, but in the comics, is the entire species of the Thanagarians, are they villains, are they neutral, or are they friendly?
In general, for the most part, they are invading species. So they are bad guys. Obviously, there are exceptions to every rule.
So they're like the aliens. They like to invade. They want our resources.
Well, there's more than one alien.
They reveal the Oculus, which of course can see all of time and space, and they reveal that basically all of their power comes from this Oculus. And so what do you think the team's going to do? Oh, that's right. Destroy the fucking Oculus. Yeah. And that is where I had another little problem. Is Lord, what was his name, Charles?
Douche.
Lord Douche.
Druce.
That's what I said. Lord Douche.
You said douche. I said Lord Bruce. Think the name Bruce, but with a D instead of a B.
Yes, douche, Lord Douche. In any case, so moving on. In any case, he basically goes, we can control everything you do except when you're within the vanishing point itself. We can't see what you're doing in the vanishing point, so we can't control you. And then it's revealed later on that he's still fucking controlling them even within the vanishing point.
Well, it was kind of obvious. It was just a matter of when. If you think about it, it's like, okay, you know what? They're going to come after this machine and try to destroy it. We're just going to camp out here until they show up. It can take them a week, but we'll be here.
Yeah, but it was like 20 minutes.
Well, and
it was right then. I mean, no one time traveled at all. But in any case, of course, we end up having Snart. Snart ends up giving, first, Ray was willing to give up his fucking life because he knew he was supposed to die. Then, who was next? I forgot. Oh,
Fire.
Fire. Yeah, Fire guy. Help me, Charles. I'm drunk.
What?
Rory.
Firestorm.
Mick Rory's all like, no, I'll take over. And then Snart's all like, shut up, you dumb fucking ape. I'm taking over. And that is the worst decision that this show has ever made in a bevy, a deluge, a Googleplex of bad decisions. It was the worst decision they've ever made. Snart is, as far as I'm concerned, the most compelling person on this show.
Well,
he's the most enjoyable to watch. Maybe second most enjoyable, because Sarah Lance.
I found out last night his death.
No, don't say it. I wanted to say it. All right, go ahead and say it. I know.
It's because of money. He's the highest paid actor on the show.
Oh, no, that's not it at all.
They
renewed his contract.
They restructured the contract to be more of a recurring role.
Yeah.
Where he could still show up on Flash, Arrow,
They
Legends.
basically expanded his role. They've just put him back to where he can go between all the shows.
But more or less, he's not coming back also because of Prison Break.
All right, he's not coming back because of money, but they're still going to end up paying him more money overall. He's just going to do more shit. At least I hope. I want him to be a good guy on The Flash. I think that would be awesome.
See, how do you
and it goes towards my idea that, and this is the third fucking hangout in a row that I've mentioned this, at least third Marvel hangout in a row that I've mentioned this. I'm still going with the Flash wild speculation that the Flash is going to be able to travel between worlds easily. So what if he's traveling to Earth 2 and there is Snart being Mayor Snart, like he's supposed to be? Because he is the mayor of Central City on Earth 2. I would love to meet Mayor Snart.
Okay. He can be there. But how do you bring him back to the regular Flash, Earth 1, if he's dead in the future?
He's dead in the future. Who the fuck cares? Like, you literally you have superheroes in this world. The Flash literally could have just run the fuck in, grabbed him, and took him the fuck out.
Oh yeah, because the Flash magically appeared in the vanishing point because he fucking ran somehow and got there. He just ended up all of a sudden.
Do you not remember the Flash going to Leon Yu? And he barely had any fucking powers at that time. Now he has the fucking entire Speed Force fighting for him.
Dude, he just got the Speed Force back.
Yeah.
I mean, that's some serious continuity issue.
No, it's not.
He ended up on fucking the vanishing point.
Yes. He does not have to do it now. He can do it. He can do it 50 years from now. 50 years from now, he can run to the vanishing point and be like, Snart, I'm coming to grab your ass at the very last second. Now let's get the fuck out.
No, that'd be stupid.
It may be stupid, but it is absolutely something that would happen in the comics. And that's just it. Is at least the Flash is trying to do things right. I can't say Arrow is. I can't say Legends of Tomorrow is because, of course, Legends of Tomorrow didn't exist in the comics beforehand. But the Flash is at least trying to pull elements from the comics. Hence the Speed Force. Hence the Speed Force being its own little pocket universe. Hence all of that shit. But we'll see. Let me see. What else do we have? We have... that I'm forgetting names all of a sudden, and that isn't helping me. God damn, I am drunk. Sorry, I started drinking about an hour and a half ago, and I've been drinking a lot. Savage. It is also, of course, not only does he have those two, but he is apparently he has been ordered to kill Red Hunter's kids or family. which is a new revelation. All right, I have a question. Who here suspected that the Time Masters were helping Savage? Were helping Savage. Not just
I didn't figure it out.
The future from now, but for a long time now.
I didn't even piece that together. I'll be honest.
I suspected it about a minute to a minute and a half before they revealed it. I was like, wait a minute, what if he's working with the Time Masters? And then, boom, there was the reveal, and I was like, damn it, that actually doesn't surprise me at all.
That's about where I was, is that it had crossed my mind, but it wasn't something that I had taken serious consideration of until I was watching the episode itself. And once I was watching it, and I was watching basically Hunter Douchebag, Lord Douchebag, say, we are controlling everything. I was all like, motherfucker, and Savage is working together, aren't they? Like, it crossed my mind at that point.
Mm-hmm.
What else do we have? Do we have anything else to talk about?
Jefferson made it back from 2016 to the.
Oh, that's
future.
actually a really good story. Yeah, he made it back to 2016, and he ended up connecting with Stein. It was actually, I think was it 2016 still, or was it 2015?
No, it was 2016, right after they met Rip Hunter.
Yeah,
Jackson walked away,
but
and then
them
you get him walking
the
back.
time machine. That was like, what the fuck? Like, how are you building a time machine? And, like, yeah, they just figured it out with 2016 technology. Whatever. Like, they just did it.
Mm-hmm.
That was just like, oh, great. And they actually had a very good moment. Jefferson ended up forgiving Stein for doing what Stein was about to do, which was kind of cool. Huh?
The roofie?
Yes. Which is the same thing I did to Charles at the Geeks That Around Christmas party, but Charles doesn't know yet, so let's not let him know.
Yeah. I woke up in the strangest of places, dude. That was a dick move.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, abandoned warehouse.
We had Snart and we had Snart sacrificing himself, so Sarah gave him a kiss. And that was right after she told him the only way that he's going to get a kiss is if he's a great thief indeed. And that's just it. He wasn't just a good guy, he was a great guy, and that's why he got the kiss.
Yeah. And I loved his final comment where it said, there are no strings on me, and then kaboom. I thought that was awesome.
I assume everybody is all like, what the fuck, Age of Ultron?
No, I didn't think that. I mean, sure, it kind of reminded me, but I know where that song came from. It's fucking Pinocchio.
Yeah, yes, but Pinocchio made allusions to Age of Ultron, and then he ends up saying it again, and I'm all like, what the fuck? Like, I'm waiting for David Spader, or whatever his fucking name is, to come out and, like, put on his Tripoli and, like, talk about Elizabeth Keene. If you kept up with that train of consciousness, I give you kudos.
I think Elizabeth Keene, they faked her death.
What's that?
They faked her death.
You think so?
Watch her pop up next season.
I think that they faked her death as well, but I'm thinking that less and less as this season goes on. But we'll see.
You know, Reddington, he could be acting out well.
Yeah, they could be. All right, do we have anything else to talk about?
Nope. Wrap this bitch up.
All right. How about wild speculation?
Don't got none. Charles?
Since we're so close to the season finale, since the season finale is going to be next week, I really got nothing. I have no idea what to expect next season or even next episode. So.
All right. I'm about to give a small spoiler alert, something I've kind of sort of mentioned in previous episodes, but I'm going to straight out say it. If you don't want any spoilers whatsoever, you can stop the hangout now. It's not much longer. If you're okay with sticking around, stick around for about 2 more minutes. In the next episode, Rip Hunter basically gives everyone a choice Do you want to face the big bad? Do you want to do the final confrontation? Or do you want to go home to your friends and family? That is what the next episode is about. So, I have a question for the panel. Who stays? Who goes?
They all stay.
You think they all stay? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Who's leaving?
Ray.
Why would
Yeah,
Ray leave now?
I could definitely see Ray leaving.
He's got nothing to stay for. Nothing.
I think Ray stays
the only other reason
to
he really
get
had
Kendra back to make sure she's freed from Savage, and then he's like, "You could take me home."
Maybe. What about Mick?
I think Mick's leaving after the fight. Remember?
Oh, Mick has to stay. That's right, because he has to kill Savage.
Yeah. Where he said, "I want to kill someone," and Ray's like, "Well, we could still go after Savage. He'll do."
Yeah. Okay, I can see that. I was given a fake spoiler. I apologize to Charles and Lou because I was given a fake spoiler that Ronnie Raymond would be back in this episode. So I mentioned that in the last hangout we did. I apologize to you both, and I'm doing it on the air because I am not without humility.
I thought that was just bullshit anyway.
All right, do we have anything to talk about? 3, 2. All right, I want to thank everyone for watching. Check us out at geeksaround.com or youtube.com/geeksaround. Give us a call at 801-609 GOTR. That's 801-609-4687. Or check us out on our Facebook, Twitter, or Google+, and we'll see you next week. Bye.